3, 2, 1.
Hey, how you guys doing? We're back. It's Monday, episode 9. I'm Chris Ronquillo, and I got guests in here already. But before we do that, before we announce who they are, I'm sure most of you probably know, we're going to go ahead and take care of the people that take care of us out there. We're going to give a big shout out to Bellator MMA and Scott Coker, CJ Tuttle, Danny Bruner. Thank you to Spike TV, David Swartz, Nicole Platt for your continued support. And thank you to Combatas Americo, Campbell McLaren, CEO, and Michael Firmowitz, the Vice President. Also to our sponsors, See What Digital. Contact them at 559-905-1033. And Eddie over there at MMA Fight Gear. He hooked us up with some gear to give out on a contest periodically. We're going to give you that number right now. It's 559-246-8959. And during the show, we're going to try to figure out something so we can go ahead and get that equipment going out to you guys. All right? And first of all, I'm going to go ahead and say hello to our guests that are in here. Miss Shiela Padilla.
Hello.
and John, our strength conditioning coach, man. Hey, welcome to the show, man. Finally got you on here, man. And with a big old grin on my face because you come back with some good news and everything.
Thank you.
Go out to war and basically change the script. Win it as the opponent, win the beat number 10. Awesome, man. Awesome. I know you put in a lot of work, man. I mean, just, I know, knowing you personally, but just seeing, your work ethic and everything like that, it's well deserved. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Right on. And John, I know you hands are full as well, man. You guys are going like, 24/7 it seems like.
Just about, yeah.
Every day. So now that the dust is kind of settled, man, you already got a fight book in another promotion.
Yeah.
August 5th?
Correct.
All right. The girl only has one fight out of AKA in San Jose.
Yeah, I believe she had she's had a few amateur
fights.
So I'm sure she's got the experience and stuff like that. But I think her pro debut was just recently, probably about 3 or 4 months ago.
Good deal. On this last, I know you changed up a lot. I mean, the way to me, it seemed like you changed up a lot on your training last time. You incorporated, I know I was getting some news from Tulare. You went down there and did some sparring out there and pick up all this kind of work that you felt that you needed. How did that help you?
I think it helped a lot. I tried to really just spar a lot, find different training partners. I did go to Hanford, I came here to their boxing gym over here to box with these guys over here. Also in Tulare, and then our own training partners there at Elite. So just kind of try to get different views and be a little bit more well-rounded and be more comfortable standing up and not just known as the girl that likes to take to the ground,
Well, yeah, and I mean, it was fortunate it ended up like that, but I mean, just your stand-up, you could see the improvement. I mean, you feel more confident. I mean, some good combinations and stuff like that too. I mean, on a couple of your other fights and stuff like that too, you did, but you're more cautious because I know where your comfort zone is, but in this one, you couldn't tell that it was fresh to you. I mean, everything just seemed in a good rhythm.
Yeah, I mean, I felt really good with, obviously with the weight change to going down to 105, way different. But yeah, I mean, my main thing for that camp was I sparred a lot. I mean, a lot.
Now you have this girl that's probably basically coming from a stand-up, gym, but they do a wrestling base as well too. So I mean, probably would say the formula would probably be the same thing again.
Oh yeah.
More likely.
Yeah. So I mean, it should be a good fight. I mean, I want to stay active throughout, the summer. I mean, the more fights I get, you know, the better. I don't want to take too much time off.
Consistent, yeah, and that's good. Any word from combates? I mean, what did they want to do? I mean, have they said anything? Because I know some that went there. We had a few people that have fought there from here, and then there was like a one and done type deal. But man, you went in there and took out their poster child, and, you know. So I mean, that's something that, to me, as a business owner, I would see as an investment, someone that I'd want to invest in, and knowing, hey, you know what, you know, that's something right there before someone else gets a hold of you.
Oh no, I mean, I'll fight with them again. It's just a matter of, you know, finding the right opponent. But this fight that's with, I think GKO.
Yeah, Global Knockout.
Yeah, came before the combate one.
Oh, okay, so it was something that was already committed.
Yeah.
All right, so they're cool with that. You fight somebody else too, so that's awesome, man. I mean, some of these people are, we'll mention the promotions, but they get real picky. You know, you do that and then that's it, and then how are you gonna eat? You know?
Yeah. I mean, I eat good. Right, Tony boy? I eat good.
Right on. And I mean, I hope you eat a lot better, man, in the future. God bless you, man.
Oh yeah, I don't deprive myself from the food.
Well, the thing of it is that she's finally be able to fight somebody that's her own weight.
Yeah.
And, you know, she was, you know, her first couple of fights were fighting gals that were, you know, 120, 125.
Yeah.
And now she's fighting somebody, a gal that's, you know, the Atomweight at 105. It just makes it, I think, a little more competitive. But on the other hand, she would still fight somebody that was 120, 125 if it was needed, or 115.
Yeah,
But
that's good.
it's-
I mean, main thing, she's strong. You feel a lot better.
Yeah, and I think that Combat Day America is pushing the Atomweight division, and I think it's going to be really good for her.
Yeah, there's a lot of, a good friend of mine is a promoter for King of the Cage. King of the Cage has a lot of girls that weight, you know, so who knows, they're probably going to do some recruiting out of there too. But I believe, no, she's 115.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to find atomweights. You know, I mean, sure, some of the other organizations have some, but it isn't. It's hard to find her fights, so that's why she had to fight people that were.
Yeah.
I mean, we even went from like 105 to like 120. We were trying to find anybody within that.
And then
that range.
you're at just starting out too, basically, because you're young in the business, so it's kind of limited who they could actually book you against because of the commission.
Oh yeah.
You know, like that too. I got a few people I take care of, and it's kind of like that. They're ready to go to that next level, but you gotta,
work your way
slow
up.
down a little. Yeah, and that's it. So it's kind of good because it gives you an opportunity, I feel, to work on things that you have to work on, versus being caught off guard and out to like the wolves and stuff like that too. But I think you'll do good. Now you know what works for you and stuff like that, and you got a position where you feel comfortable, and I think you'll do good, man. I mean, you've got a good camp, and I mean, here there's a lot of people out here, a lot of camps out here that are welcome to a lot of people. I know because I go to all these ones. But there's a lot of personality, a lot of egos, I guess.
Yeah.
I kind of forbid that too.
No,
We won't mention any names, but it happens out there, and it's a shame because how can you get better if you don't read yourself out with other people?
Oh no, I completely agree.
Like that too. But you're doing it, and it's showing good benefits.
Thank you.
Like that too. So other than fighting, what do you like to do?
I don't know.
Ride quads.
No.
Yeah, I do.
Fight.
I do.
Fight and train.
That and spend my free time with my son. He's 6, so we stay pretty active. It's pretty much whatever he wants to do.
Right on.
But for any free time I have, I live at the gym.
I know. That's why I always try to get scheduled to talk to you, and then you're that. And I know, when you're in the zone, I don't want to interrupt that. And I mean, you're gracious to be here today because I know, you really put in the work and you're here. But and as time goes on and you get more active, I think it's even going to be more time consuming.
No, I agree. This guy's always telling me, you know, you need to take some time off, take a day off, and you know, he'll even come sneaking at the gym and catch me there, try to run me out.
Yeah, I will.
He'll drive by. He'll drive by to see if, you know, why are you here? Go home.
It's a good thing, because I mean, like I said, I run to that other half. You can't.
Well,
they want everything, but they don't want to work.
I seen. I don't know how many fighters out there that that really they overtrain.
Yeah,
And then it could come. Let's say if it's a 3-round fight, at the end of the second round, they're tired. And a lot of them, without mentioning names, I've seen some good fighters get beat because they just they shut down. Their body just shut down.
Actually, personally, I won't mention any names, but on this last Tachi, I think that was some of the demise.
Yeah.
In that fight, because I've seen that individual like night and day of other fighters, and to be able to keep at that pace that he started, there was no way that I thought that he would do that, and end up running a little short. But and you know, he'd been in the gym for a long time too, since his last fight. So it's like, man, you know, and you see that you get into that mindset where I got to do this and work on that, and it's a shame it happens probably a lot.
It happens with just about anybody who I've been involved with their conditioning, is that I've had to come in there and literally get into arguments with them and really tell them this is you know, you gotta recover here, but you know, some of the fighters just, they feel that, well, they want to be in the gym while their opponent is sitting at home, and it just doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
It really doesn't.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, you do need time for recovery and stuff like that. And you see a lot of fighters in the higher levels that are taking Michael Bisping. He's one for, as far as recovery, taking fights at short notice and actually doing good. So I guess it depends on your body, really. You know, how it reacts to that.
Well, it's all your nervous system, you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's something you can't avoid, you know, like that too. So, but I mean, other than the fighting and stuff like that, basically with you, John, you got anything new coming up? Any other new fighters you're working with? Or?
No, actually, I'm kind of cutting back. You know, at one time I had Doug Marshall, I had Cody Gibson, Kane Carasosa, and at that particular time I had Marion Renault. And I'm retired, and it just got to where it was no fun for me. I was at the gym 7 days a week, and I'm retired, and I thought I was going to play golf. And I think I played 2 rounds of golf in 5 years since I retired. But it's you know, I have a system and a scheme to work with the people that that I've trained, and I think they've had a confidence in me. Even so, I'm kind of like an old fart, you know what I mean? And
stubborn old man.
Yeah, stubborn, and but you know, I'm having a ball. I'm kind of like a hang around, you know, hang around the gym. After Sheila's done fighting, I don't know, since Cody, you know, he kind of you know, announced his retirement and stuff. Even so, I didn't train Cody for this last fight, but he did train in the elite conditioning side of the gym with Tyler Alexander, and so it's like I'm just gonna kind of like kick back and stuff. But I'll be with her until the day she decides not to fight anymore.
I know. I mean, you got a good combination. Why disturb it?
Yeah, and the amateurs are something else. You know, the problem with the amateurs is the amateurs aren't they. It's a training process for them, meaning as far as their diets, when to train, show up on time. You know, putting their ground game in and their stand-up game in, and being consistent. And showing up for classes and having a dedication. And I think that some of the amateurs, that's the problem we have with them. I'm not saying all of them by any means, but I'm saying that the amateurs, you know, their coaches have got to baby them. They got to teach them, you know, the etiquette part of it all too.
Yeah, and that's basically comes with that maturity at that level too. But and it is kind of frustrating. But then you do have some that you feel shouldn't be in the amateurs anymore either, you know. But they feel more secure fighting at that level. I mean, I see a lot of them and they're like, wow, what the hell? This guy's still fighting amateurs, you know? Yeah. And
yeah, there's quite a few of them that I know have got 14, 15 fights as amateurs, and I think that's enough in seeing what the big lights and having a crowd out there and getting used to it.
Yeah, and I mean, in the boxing thing, I mean, they've done it forever.
Forever.
And I mean, you see them 100 and some amateur. But MMA, I mean, to me, I mean, I don't know, maybe 9 fights I would think would be the max as an amateur, because your body's just taking a little bit more, you know, beating, because you're all these disciplines you're working. Versus boxing is just one focus on, you know.
And it's learning how to, when you're in the cage, to be able to listen to your coaches and try to do what they're telling you, and you know, getting used to their voice, and I think a lot of that has a lot to do with the amateurs too, because that they're so nervous when they first go in there. Even I guess even in the pros, let's face it, they all get nervous too.
You know,
but they know it's war, and this is what I'm here for.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. I mean, it's like tunnel vision. You see, you're coming in, and I mean, I had never been in the cage, but I've been in other disciplines that kind of gives that football and all that. You know, you don't see anything. You're just in a tunnel vision, and you want to go and do your thing. But no, there's enough. I'm sure it's another world. I wouldn't. There's not enough money for me to ever even think about going in there.
It's not that bad.
You know, like that too. But it's a lot of work and a lot of dedication. There's a lot of them that want to excel and get there at opportunities, but they're not ready. You know, and when they do, they realize, no, I wasn't ready, and they can get hurt.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
you can get hurt. But you know, unfortunately, you see it once in a while as well too. But I mean, right now it's so crazy because the amateurs is like, boom. I like to see a little bit more pro shows come here, where we live, you know, in Central California. I'm thankful for the ones that we do have, you know, but I like to press for more, you know, like that. How do you guys feel about that?
I agree too.
I mean, being able to fight at home, you know,
for sure.
Opportunity to.
It's kind of hard to travel with your whole team.
Yeah, and then you have responsibility.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like that too. But I don't know. I don't know the reason why. I mean, the shows obviously came to Fresno, even to Visalia, and they haven't really done well, you know, unless you're wrestling.
True.
You know.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. Yeah, we want to get our co-host is here, man. The man why we're here on Monday has finally made it. Sergio Quinones. What we're going to do is, how do you guys want me to do this? We want to bring him in, or we need someone to step out, or what? What do we need to do?
Yeah, we'll have someone to step out.
Okay.
Thanks for having us.
All right, John. I appreciate your time.
Just true.
All right.
All right, man. So what's up?
You got some questions
How
you
are
want
you?
to talk to Miss Shiela?
Nah, man. So actually, my first time I ever saw you fight was when you fought Karina. I'm not sure if they already talked about that or not.
No.
But before that, you know, I never seen you before. What was your first fight? Because you already had a couple fights before that, right? You were
One
like,
fight, Eagle Mountain. Was
The
the
first,
one.
yeah, the first one was in Porterville. She was from Bakersfield, and that one was kind of like one of our girls got injured, and so
stepped in kind of short notice.
yeah.
Yeah, I was shocked not to see you in that in there, because I was like, hey, I know she does jiu-jitsu. I didn't know she was fighting.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Knox had asked me like, hey, you know, you want to take this fight, and I
That was a good
like,
fight.
okay, I'm cool, you know, I'm down. So we went to weigh-ins, and I mean, I weighed in fully clothed, everything. It was like literally, I mean, she looked like a giant, you know.
Yeah,
So
really.
you've been fighting girls bigger than you, right? Because I didn't know that. So you're naturally a lot smaller. Because you say you fight at Atomweight. That's 105.
105.
Man.
Yeah. I'm short. Short people problems.
But you know you got good jiu-jitsu. That's the one that got you. I saw you had strong jiu-jitsu over Karina. You know that was actually a good fight, man. That was back and forth. You know.
And she, I mean, she's a gamer, and you know, I still talk to her, you know, and keep in contact with her, and she's definitely.
Oh, she puts in a lot of work, man. She,
and
unfortunately, she had a little hiccup.
she's got
She'll be back.
heart, and I mean, she's a mom too, so she understands,
Yeah.
you know, having to juggle and, you know, train and be a mom and, you know, just
Yeah.
life in general. So I mean, big respect to her, big time, you know.
Okay, so when's your next fight coming up at Combate? Even though you guys already talked about that, but do you have anything set up yet, or?
I have another fight August 5th.
She's gonna fight global knockout in
Oh,
Jackson.
GKO. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
actually, I do see that.
That they
poster.
just announced it.
Yeah. So that's. Have you ever been up there yet, or no?
I have not.
No.
It's
They-
nice. I know the
Yeah.
people that own it.
Yeah.
I wanted to go. I wanted to go watch a card. You know, they're gonna.
That- we should go
I wanted
August
to at
5th.
least go watch, man.
Yeah, that'll be good. It's a
Yeah,
good
they're throwing
card.
some good fights, man. You know,
Yeah.
GKO, they come out of nowhere too, you know, and now they're putting on a lot of pro
And
fights.
they pay good.
Yeah, see, that's
They
good.
do.
man. I'm trying
Just
get
to
on
start
that.
off, they do.
Yeah, I mean, they've offered a few other opponents for me, but just they were more catch weights, and you know,
No, that
Tom was
defeats your
like,
purpose.
yeah, and you know, Tom just made it clear, you know, keep it at 105. So
Yeah.
you know, just for now, just got to stay at that weight.
Just stay training. You stay in the gym all the time, so you're gonna be ready.
Mhm.
August 5th is about 2 months out.
Yeah.
It's like right next to the next Tachi card.
Yeah, it's Saturday,
Come on, yeah,
right after.
Saturday.
Yeah, I know, because I talked to one of your coaches, Paul Estrada, and we were talking one time at OKG, and he said if he goes and rolls at other gyms, if anybody takes, he takes you.
takes me,
He
yeah.
takes you, he said, because I know this gym
Yeah,
is gonna go.
he's
for
taking,
work.
yeah, he's
So it's
taking me
like,
to,
thanks,
he's
we-
taking me to dethrone, and
Yeah,
I mean, everybody was really cool there, but
Yeah.
yeah, he always, you know, speaks real highly of me and
yeah.
always says
So
good things
yeah,
about
when
me.
that,
you know.
I
He's a
mean,
good guy.
I've seen you like in tournaments, and I mean tournaments and then fighting's kind of different.
Oh, completely.
You know,
different.
completely
Even the
different.
even the nerves are different.
Yeah,
I get more
but
nervous
in the
with
last
that.
fight that happened, I mean, with the stand-up, I was really impressed. And then once I went to the ground, I said, "Shoot, now this is." I thought about Paul.
It's our waters.
That's why I said it's over. You
So
know.
do you still do tournaments now that you're fighting, or have you just been focusing on fighting?
I think I did one tournament. You know, I think because God, I want to say this is like the 5th fight in what, a year. So this will be the 5th fight in a year. So I think I've gone into like one tournament. It's just a matter of timing, you know, because I want to make sure a fight's not lined up if I have a tournament coming up. But I mean, I always try to stay active. If I could still keep doing tournaments, but just the tournaments are so expensive.
Yeah, it is.
Especially for IBJJF tournaments, you know,
The
they're
entry fee though.
120
Yeah.
bucks for, you know, single match elimination, you know, so you want to go in there at 100%, you know, not feeling all beat up, you know, from a camp or whatever. So, I mean, I don't want to lose focus on that at all.
Yeah, I ain't paying 120 to get my butt whooped. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You better go in there ready.
Yeah, no.
Or
for
the
sure.
smaller tournaments. I know Sean puts on subcon and Corey and grappling. Next.
I can't. I've tried to do. I know they've tried to get like super fights and stuff like that for
Yeah.
those kind of tournaments, but just my weight, it's a little bit.
Yeah,
hard.
it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard not for the kid. It's like
Yeah, and I mean, it's at the caliber too. I think the local tournaments are good for, you know, the white belts.
the ones that
or,
are just breaking out to get the
yeah,
feel
yeah,
for what
just to
it's
get like those adrenaline down south. But I mean, as far as like the IJJF tournaments, that's where
That's a whole nother level.
it's a whole other level there.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's talk some results, man. Let's. You guys did miss the Tachi fights. They were what, a couple weeks ago now. We had a 1 week leave of absence from May.
That was May, not May 18th.
May 18th. So yeah, a couple weeks ago, May 18th. Let's talk results, man. All right, so I don't know about the first fights, but we had Angel De Anda versus Mike Morales. That was a pretty good fight, man. Angel did his thing, went in there, pretty much put the hands on Mike Morales, man. Took him down to the ground, ended up beating him by TKO. You know, actually that Mike Morales guy surprised me a little bit. You know, he looked all chubby and stuff.
I've seen him fight
get beat up because I've seen Angel fight for titles. You know what I mean? And like he is a title level fighter.
He wants to fight again.
Yeah.
Yes, Richard did.
To put him on the next card.
Yeah.
First fight of the night was at Mohammed Usman versus Derek Wheeler.
Yeah, that guy.
He looked pretty. You know,
he's gonna make a lot of noise.
You know what's cool
man.
is we're starting to see a lot of heavyweights now.
Yeah.
Where before they were
Remember
done,
that?
you know what I mean? So now we can start putting on these cool fights where people are knocking each other out and stuff. You know.
Oh yeah.
One of the heavyweights I liked that fight that night was Van Palacio. Our friend, he's been on here versus Chris Lewis. That was a good one, man. Hey man, that guy Chris Lewis, he got some hands. You know what I mean? Like, I heard he's just a wrestler, but he was going out there.
No, he's been
good.
working. I mean, he works with one of the best boxing coaches in Fresno right now, Coach B, and that's all they do. All the posts I've seen is just they're just
Boxing,
working.
huh? And
Yeah.
it's been showing off. And I think Chris Lewis for sure won the first round. Van had his moments in the second one where he was starting to
He
come
caught
back.
it one time.
He caught a good flurry.
Some reason he wanted to take him to the ground.
I don't know what happened.
Maybe
And
he was
then
just tired.
after the ground and pound, man, like I told you, can't be don't get another heavyweight on you when you're a heavyweight, man, because that is hard to get up. You know what I mean? Like with us,
I think
people
that's
were
what
smaller,
happened. I
man.
think
Yeah,
that's what
so
happened.
I don't think Van was taking too much damage. I think he was good personally,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
mentally. You know what I mean?
When he went to
But-
the ground, just like, oh.
Yeah,
That's what it looked like.
McCoy had to get in there and stop it. You know what I mean? So. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
McCoy didn't want another late stoppage on his
No.
my resume. They roasted him for last time. Pretty bad, you know.
But Van
Yeah,
did,
we
he
love
did
him,
really
so
good.
it's
You
all
can see
good.
improvement on his stand-up and everything. Since
Now we
he's
have
been
one of
there.
your fighters, man, Armando Espinoza. He looked pretty
Yeah,
good versus
real quick.
Damo
As long as
Templeton.
he
He went
trains.
out there and did his thing. He had him in like 5 submissions before he
Yeah,
finally caught him.
he looked good on the ground. I mean,
Surprised the coaches because he usually he knows that, but he's primarily feels comfortable standing
up,
because he's
yeah.
done it forever.
No, yeah.
But he went on the ground and said, "All right, bigger dude, take care of him."
Co-main event was Buddy Wallace and JC Llamas, El Poeta, or Leg Lock
Yes,
Monster.
Monster.
I don't know, he has like a lot of nicknames or something.
It depends
That
on
was a
what
good
picture
one,
you
yeah.
have.
He,
It depends on the
He
picture.
said something to Jim Cooley, the new announcer or whatever. He's always Leg Lock Monster, not Master.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, Buddy Wallace, they were out there squabbling, man. I think Buddy Wallace, he cut him. JC was mad that he stopped the fight, but what can you do with a
He
cut
didn't
over the
stop
eye,
the fight.
man?
He stopped the fight.
Oh, did he? Oh, he
Dude,
said
he was right in front of me,
Yeah.
and I mean, no disrespect to JC.
Of course.
He's good people, and he always takes fights, real quick, too, and short notices, and been around for a minute, and but that's what I said. First thing I did is ask the coach, "Do you have Afrin?" Afrin, because boxing and Afrin, we use Afrin and mix it with Vaseline. That cauterizes the cut.
Real
Quick.
fast, huh?
Yeah, quick. And he looked at me and goes, over. So I said, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So because he had that knee bar in, and then he said that he
Do you
had
see
some
that they
his
kind of
stuff.
stopped like 10 seconds earlier?
Yeah. He had that knee bar in.
Like Buddy was just chilling with his leg out, and then they both just kind of got up. I think they thought that the 10-second mark was.
That right there, I believe more than anything.
Because who knows? That 10
Yeah.
seconds, he could have
Yeah.
got that, man. It
Yeah.
takes only
'Cause he
10
had it.
seconds.
He had it.
And he has them leg locks, so.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, congrats, Buddy Wallace. And the main event, man, this was actually a good one. The rounds that lasted was Adrian Diaz and Cody Gibson. Cody went in there 1-round, pretty strong, went out there and wilded it out, man. He balled on him, freaking take him down a couple times. I didn't know if Adrian Diaz was kind of like shocked or if he just has that veteran, because they're both veterans.
Yeah, they're
But
both.
if he had that veteran like championship state of mind where he was just remaining calm or gonna stay calm, but he just waited it out, And
Waited out there and got that.
Cody just got
guillotine.
caught, man.
He did the same thing over there at Global Knockout in the first round. He fought Chris Cully. I seen him fight, and he did the same thing.
He just
Guillotine.
waited.
That's like his
Man, I
pattern.
hate it, man. All those guys got good guillotines, man. But you gotta train for the guillotine to fight alpha male guy.
And that was a fast pace Cody was pushing, man.
Yeah,
I
5
couldn't see him go
rounds,
5
yeah.
rounds with that pace, I mean, we've
He
seen
trains
it
hard. I've
before.
trained with Cody. Well, one time I say, I trained with him one time. He invited me over, man, right before he had a fight. And yeah, he trains hard. He goes fast paced. You know what I mean?
All right, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Hey, you got some activity happening out there in Los Angeles on June 17th, actually Father's Day weekend. Why don't you let us know about what's happening out there?
Well, we got a really exciting, fun little fight card called Cali King. It's 8. We're going to be holding the first round of the lightweight tournament. And, it's pretty much the who's who of the 165 pounders, and mostly the guys from Southern Cali. That's where we focus on. We're expecting to have an amazing night of fights. Including, on top of that, we have a really exciting undercard for the tournament as well. So, everyone's going to be in for a treat.
Good deal. I know you're always putting on shows. How often do you put on shows? Like, it seems like every couple months down there.
Yeah, it's every couple of months. On top of that, between me and Bash Entertainment, we also do like 5 or 6 boxing events.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's fine. We do every other month. We do MMA, and that's just making a boxing event in the middle.
Hey, on this show that you're coming up, the King of Cali's the 155. It's okay. It's a one-day tournament. How did you get by the commission to do that? Let those guys fight more than once?
No, it's actually not a one-night tournament.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. I mean, we could have. I talked to the commission. They were okay with it, as long as we kept. Well, basically, there's a rule. One fighter cannot fight more than 25 minutes in a night, basically, per night. So we would have had to cut it down to where everything had to be limited. Like maybe do like 2 4-minute rounds or something like that. Everything could have worked, but a couple of the guys on the card said they didn't want to fight more than once in a night. What do you do?
Yeah, that's pretty cool though. But I mean, you got a solid 8 guys out there. I know a few of them because they fought up here in Northern California, and actually in Central California at Tachi. Dominic Clark and well, actually Chris Cully was on there, but he was hurt. And actually, I had a guy that's sitting next to me that wanted to take that short notice fight, but we got the wrong draw.
That's something else.
Dominic Clark. If it was a few more weeks, maybe we probably would have jumped all over that.
Next time.
The fun thing is, nobody really, we didn't pick opponents. The way I set it up is, I held a little luncheon with all the guys. We had some to eat, and then it was a luck of the draw. Basically, what we did was we took 8. We took a deck of playing cards. We took ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we mixed it up, and they basically we picked cards. And 1 fought 8, 2 fought 7, 3 fought 6, and 4 fought 5.
Oh, that's cool.
It didn't matter. Yeah, so it was like it was nothing was predetermined. Everybody sat next to each other and had some food to eat, and then slowly after we drew cards, you could see people getting a little further away from each other because they were breaking bread a second ago, and now they're going to be beating each other's ass a month later.
That's true too. And now I know I've seen a few posts that you're already kind of canvassing for 45ers and 35ers, a possibility coming up.
Yeah, that's actually when we do the second round of this 55 tournament in August. We're going to be holding it. This is actually going to be a one-night tournament. 4 guys are going to go in, 4 fights, and the 2 and then we're going to crown a 125-pound champion. And we're also going to basically, for the 45ers, the winner is going to be #1 contender for Chase Gibson's 145 title.
Oh, okay. That's good. You already got a date, kind of what you were thinking about doing?
August 9th.
Wow. There's so much activity going on in August, man. I know because we got stuff going on here too. But no, definitely, I like to go out there and I mean, I got a couple of buddies out there, while Steve Romero and Adam Woods, that basically he strings information for me out there. I'd definitely like to go out there and check out one of your events, man. And hopefully, God, if you could put something out here in Central California, we're dry. We have water, but MMA is dry other than the amateur stuff, you know.
I know, that's basically the reason why I do it here locally. It's like the sportsman laws where I used to do that. That's like literally I could walk there from my house.
Oh wow.
5 blocks from my house.
Yeah, you can't be that. But I mean, if there's ever a time that you might consider Central California, I got a place, man, and it's a nice private area where you could. It would be good, and I mean, I guarantee you, it would do really good, especially on a pro show. I mean, we're thankful because what we got Tachi and then we got Eagle Mountain, but they're so far in between. You know, we're running dry. I mean, the amateur stuff is good too, because you know got kids that are kind of breaking out. But you know, the fights for pros. I mean, Southern California is cool. I mean, I grew up in Southern California, so and I do business out there once in a while. But you know, for these guys over here, it's kind of good. You know, for home. I mean, kind of like what you're doing out there, because I know a lot of those guys that are on that show, they train right there. You know, so it makes it convenient for them.
Yeah, it's a nice little setup we got. You know, want to try to do. This year we're planning on doing about 7 events. Next year about 8 or 9. We actually helped out our good friends at LSA over the weekend. They did their event down here, so we helped them out and get everything done for them. So.
Awesome. Sergio, you want to ask George some questions?
Yeah, man. So 8 or 9 shows. How much shows do you guys have running right now? A year, average.
We're working. This is going to be our 4th one. We're going to be having another one on August. Then October. Then we finish up the event at the end of the year in December.
That's good, man. So that's staying busy and stuff. Well, to the fans here in the Valley, man, do you have anyone that you want to shout out and you know, shout out some sponsors or anything?
We have so many sponsors, but you know, Healthy Save Insurance, you know, Hybrid Boost, Energy, a Circle of Dollars, so many to list. You know, and most of our sponsors, you know, they honestly just come in and you know they just want to be a part of it. They don't really care about the recognition or anything. They just they see how hard we work and they just want to basically help out.
Yeah, they just want to be part of the movement, man. That's good. Cool, man.
Like Steve Romero, I think you guys never asked for anything or any type of props or anything. He's like, you guys are doing a great thing. I come in, I set up my booths, and everybody just has a great time. Basically, it's a night out for everybody.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You want to ask me?
Oh, good. I'm good.
Hey George, any plans in the future for possibility for any of the women out there tournament?
Well, the problem with the women is, there ain't too many of them, and whatever there is, you're signed by Invicta or Bellator or UFC. I've had some girls fight on my show, but literally there's nobody to match them up with. Like the last time we had a girl fighter was Madison, and right after the fight, boom, she got picked up by Invicta.
Yeah, that's kind of good deal because you got some good eyes looking at your show, down there, and it kind of like that down here too. There's kind of a lot of them that pick up like that too. But yeah, it's true. I know King of the Cage. They got a lot of the girls out there, but they're so far away. The travel and stuff like that. The cost would be kind of crazy. Just to bring them in.
Right. I actually Madison Jonas, you have to bring her in from Hawaii.
Yeah, so it's like, there's a lot of them, and I know, like in New Mexico, there's a lot of smaller weight girls out there. There's a few of them that have came down here and fought, actually in King of the Cage, like that too. But All right, my friend, you know what? I appreciate you calling in. I know you're swamped right now. And congratulations, I seen a post. Something's happening in October.
Yeah, I got my little baby boy coming on.
Nice.
The future, the California MMA scene is going to continue. It seems like, to bring the boy into the family business.
Right on, man. Hey, congratulations, man. Blessings for many years, man. And hope everything goes good and, he arrives very, very healthy.
Thank you, I appreciate that, brother.
Hey, no problem. All right, buddy, I'll let you go and appreciate the time and hopefully to talk to you soon, man.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Thanks for the time.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
So he actually is gonna do a one-day tournament with 25ers.
Yeah.
That's rough, man. I couldn't imagine finding.
Well, remember
that's
when
why.
they-
That's why you're in the 55ers. He was like, they're like, a lot of those fighters said they wouldn't want to fight him like that. Unless you get like a submission or something, because I couldn't imagine getting in a war and then
Yeah, oh
fighting
man,
again.
no.
Physical.
The 25ers, can you imagine
Yeah.
how fast those guys are?
Super fast.
Oh, remember when they did them here? When they were trying to figure out a deal here at Tachi, and they had like Luis Gonzalez and they had all those other little dudes fight. It was crazy, man. Those guys are so damn fast.
They didn't do the one-day tournament.
No, they didn't do one day, but they did like a tournament.
I remember they used to have Tough Man at the Palace. That was pretty cool, where you just
I know.
put the gloves on and box people, and then you could have like.
I wonder
3
why
fights
they
a night.
went away from that. You should talk to Jacob, say bring that back,
Bring it
man.
back, huh? I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. I'm asking. Because now I'm interested. You know what I mean? I wonder if we can still compete.
Yeah, you can because they had. Remember Olaf? Olaf competed in there.
What a bully, man.
Olaf could pull it in there, and then what's his name? God bless his soul, Abe Baxter
Abe
from the
Baxter.
pit. He was one of the pro fighters, 170. He even competed in there.
Yeah.
I think there's a few top poppies. Poppies competed in
Probably
there.
low compete and everything. He was in a tournament just a few days ago. Freaking
He did was it
Subcon
Subcon?
or something like that.
He did a no-gi.
How did he
Oh,
do?
I think he won.
He took
did
second.
Yeah.
He,
won one, lost one, or something like
Yeah,
that.
he went against
No-gi.
Dethrone's black belt. So,
Yeah.
that was a tough fight at the end, man.
That's good
Yeah.
to see
No
him,
gi.
active and stuff. I know he's going through withdrawals. He's got some situations,
Yeah.
and he's that
He's got a good
temptation.
heart, man.
Yeah, he does.
He's-
Oh,
Yeah, he's got a
he's
fighter's
good
heart.
people.
he's a beast, man. The guy's got a lot of experience. He's been everywhere, trained with everyone.
So you brought up the pit, man, so I gotta bring this up, man. Topic of conversation is Chuck Liddell's rumoring that he wants to make a comeback to the cage, man. I've seen pictures of him, so I don't know if it's nowadays with filters.
Photoshop.
Yeah, filters, you know what I mean? The snap, it might have been just a good Snapchat filter, you know what I mean? But he's looking in shape, man, and like he's still got the fountain of youth. He doesn't look that old in the face and stuff, and he's doing some teasers, He was with Tito Ortiz, I'm pretty sure they're friends, but they know how to stir up the dust and stuff. He did a face-off with him.
Yeah,
And then on
seen
a
that
separate
Twitter,
note,
yeah.
Vitor saying that he wants to welcome him, you know what I mean? So that's one UFC, maybe possible fight or Bellator. I don't know.
What do you think about that last Vitor fight, man?
Oh man, Vitor, he's just, I don't know if it's the TRT or what, but he's just not the same, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think they put Nate Marquardt in front of him, because they wanted him to run through.
Well, yeah, he's got what,
Nate
5 more
Marquardt-
fights left.
Nate Marquardt almost stole that fight from him, man. I thought he was kind of.
I thought he would actually. I thought he'd take him to the ground because he's a beast on the
I
ground.
didn't even know why Nate Marquardt was still fighting. So when I saw him, I was like, wow, I didn't do too much.
But yeah, him and Chuck. I would go with Chuck.
Yeah, I want to
Chuck,
man.
for one round, Chuck will beat him. And to
I
take
used to
him
love
to the
watching
ground,
Chuck Liddell, man.
that guy has takedown defense like I've never seen.
Yeah, well, he's a wrestler that just
Yeah,
learned to strike.
just
You know
like
what I
nothing.
mean? Yeah, and it's just, he went through that phase where he ended up getting glass chin, and he just got knocked out by everybody. But I think he's had years of rest now. Maybe he's fully recovered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sure he could take some shots, man. That guy's crazy. He's a party animal. So, and he's always been a party animal. I heard a story that. That before one of his title fights, man, they couldn't find him, and Dana went and looked for him, and he was in the shower with 2 women and stuff like that. And not just that, man. Okay, so my generation of people, we party, right? And we would party
I
a
see
lot.
you down here.
We would party a lot
at
at the
Dwayne Deacon's
coast.
place
Well,
in Fresno.
we would party. Oh yeah, that was too.
Oh man.
And so I had a lot of friends that would go to the coast, and you know he had his house out there in Slow and stuff. We lived with Antonio Banuelos, you know, bachelor pad.
Yeah.
And I just heard crazy stories from over there. You know what I mean? Like just endless like chicks and drugs. You know, the party life. You know what I mean? Whatever. So I don't know if he's still been up to that, but if he's actually takes it serious, man, I think he could make a comeback. You know what I mean?
I would. I mean, against Tito, I would put money on him, definitely. No matter how,
It's
when
just
they
a
fight,
personal
20 years
opinion.
from now, I'd still put money on Chuck.
Cause that'd be 3, right? They're 1-1 or no?
Yeah.
They're 1-1.
Well,
right?
no, Chuck's beat him twice.
Okay, so
Yeah,
see?
Chuck's beat him twice.
Trying to go for the sweep.
I remember the first fight when they were going to fight in 2004. I went to San Luis Obispo. Myself, Jeff Sherwood, Josh Gross, all the who man, went there to interview Chuck. And it was pretty cool, man. It was pretty awesome. We just kicked back like how we're talking right here. And after we watched him do his workout and stuff, and went out there and and then that's when all the bullshit happened. He said, "I'll knock that fucker. I can't stand him." He goes, "We were never close when we were, you know, like kind of teammates and stuff like that."
Him and
too."
Tito?
Yeah. He says they're a bunch of bullshit and stuff like that.
Well, I'd like to see round 3, man. You know what I mean? Especially now, old, and maybe it makes it a little bit funnier. You know what I mean? Kind of like that grudge match type mentality, and just go out there. And
See
do it,
that
man.
compared to the legends, the ones that we see now, kind of like, why are these guys even on here?
Mhm.
You know.
But now coming back,
you know,
is
Chuck's
different
gonna be swinging to the
fences, man. And let's see how many of those haymakers he has. You know what I mean? Hopefully, he gets that win back.
He will.
So yeah, on that, we mentioned Vitor versus Marquardt. You know what I mean? That card was actually pretty good, man. Hallway and Aldo was a really good fight, man.
I was off for a round.
We lost our Facebook bet. I had Aldo winning, man. You know what I mean? My buddy man grew all one of the producers that we won't name, even though I just named him. He lost a good amount of money to everybody. He was handing out all his bets. I lost a bet to Jacob Jeff, man. I was like, so I thought Aldo was gonna beat him, man. You know what I mean? The first round, he was putting some hands on him.
Well, he did good. That was just after he did that, and then what's his name kind of started gauging him.
Yeah, he started gauging
But
him,
I
man.
knew after
The
that
ground
McGregor
game,
fight,
man.
it kind of took his soul, dude, because he was fighting real conservative versus Reckless saw before with the kicks and everything.
Yeah.
He used to fight. You know, like when he fought Uriah Faber, it was just like reckless. He didn't give a
He
shit.
didn't care. Well,
Yeah.
he felt invincible, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then now, he's holding back a little
It's
bit.
just kind of shell
Which I
shock.
do think, you know what I mean? I don't take anything away from McGregor, of course, and it wasn't a lucky shot. It was a well-timed shot, but
Yeah.
if he hadn't gotten knocked down 9 seconds, who knows how that fight could have gone?
Could have been different.
With a crazy Aldo how he was back
Yeah.
in the day, that would have been a real good fight. But yeah, he was holding back a little bit more, and Holloway, he's more up and coming, so he's kind of, it's like the switch roles, Holloway's kind of fearless right now.
The Hawaiian
he's taking-
mentality,
Yeah,
man,
Hawaiian
you know,
mentality.
yeah.
He's just taking those shots, and that last 1-2, then he fainted back. The 1-2 was just beautiful, man.
Oh,
Dropped him, and
perfect.
then after that, after the ground, it was just all over, man. So Holloway, he's a complete champion. He could stand. He could roll you on the ground. Man, it's gonna be. And of course, he's gonna call him.
Him and Frankie.
Him and Frankie next.
That's
Would you
what-
rather see him and Frankie? I'd like to hear him and Cub Swanson. Because I think Cub Swanson's, he's calling him out, and just the way Cub Swanson's fighting.
He
He already beat
Cub's
him.
been too many wars.
He already beat him, but
He's gonna be a dad now. He's tired.
he's tired. He's tired. So Frankie would be good, man. Frankie, he's a
Frankie, man,
a fountain of
yeah.
youth too. He's like 35, something like that,
You
man.
see
This
that
fight's like
last
he's
fight,
21.
that last fight, he came out like guns blazing, boom.
He almost killed that kid.
He took what's his name
Goddamn,
out.
man. He took him out.
Mexican
nasty.
poster child.
No more. So, all right, let's talk some Bellator now. And we actually got news today that Avi Ayala actually
Yeah, finally
has an
another
opponent,
Russian.
Another Russian.
You see
yeah.
more Russians than Trump.
Yeah, he's more Russian than Trump, man. So I'm sure he's hyped for that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, finally. I mean, he's been training his fight.
It's probably gonna be his last opponent with a fake mustache on. You know what I mean? Like, no, he wants it back. So that's gonna be a good one. That's actually in a couple weeks.
Yeah, July.
July or June?
No, it's July.
Oh, so
July
never mind.
14th or 17th or something. Which one?
Where?
It's actually in West Wind or something like that, or it's in Central.
We just heard today, so we haven't gotten all the full details.
I've seen the poster of it. It doesn't have him on it, but actually, I thought he was either because Paul kind of said a tease out there a couple of weeks ago, or maybe even 3, about being in New York. But see, they're not going to be in New York. I thought he was going to be on the Fedor thing, or either October 25th, because my nephew Fernando, he's fighting the 25th in New York.
Oh, that's right.
On
That's
that
right.
card, he's fighting Ward.
Oh, Brandon
On
Ward. Yeah, I saw that
card.
too. That's gonna be
on
cool.
that card. So I thought, oh, that's probably the one he's going to be on. But no. Hopefully, but with these guys and the way they're treating Javi, who knows if that's even going to go down the fight that he's already.
Yeah,
He's been waiting.
These promoters, man. Another guy complaining about how he's being treated is Demetrius Johnson. That's made kind of big news lately. That
Finally just released himself.
Yeah, he wrote, and I tried to read that whole thing, you know, and it was just very long read, but he made a detailed statement, pretty much just like railing all the gossip, like this is what happened, you know. So pretty much, I think, more or less, is, you know, he was supposed to fight. He wanted to fight Sergio Pettis because he thinks that would be a higher pay-per-view. And he told one of the matchmakers, he went to Dana, and Dana said, no, you're fighting Ray Borg. And he didn't want to fight Ray Borg and stuff. And then he wanted to fight Cody, you know, because Cody was going to go down, and then Cody got hurt.
Yeah.
And then so Dana White offered him Dillashaw, but Demetrius Johnson himself is saying he don't want to fight Dillashaw, you know, and he gives this long list of excuses or whatever. You know, to him they're legit. You know, a lot of other people are saying that he's just scared. You know, of course it's the internet, man. People are gonna talk.
He should have a voice, man. He's produced everything that he promised.
Yeah, so Dana White's threatening to just close the 25-pound division. You know, he's saying that, you know, it's the weakest division. You know, so that's why people don't watch it and stuff. So, but what can you do? I don't know, man. As a fighter, it's you can't really just do it alone. You know, it has to be everybody, and it hasn't happened yet. There's been people trying to make fighter unions, but you know, it hasn't happened yet. So, but I'd like to see a fighters union, man. And
what do you feel? You put in a lot of time.
I'd like to see a fighters union. You know what I mean? And just let the fighters be paid. You know, their equal share. You know, because we are the ones putting in the hours in the gym. You know, because. Yeah, you know, when you get paid, you think, oh, you know, here's a good lump of money, da-da-da-da. But yeah, no one knows. You've been training for this, like, you know, 9 weeks out, man.
Yeah.
If you freaking stretch that out, you know, you're making like minimum wage. You
I don't even think it's that.
Yeah, you know, it's, you know, if you count just 8, and so it's rough, you know, and even these guys, you know, they're getting paid a little bit higher, but you know, they feel they're world level athletes, so they're comparing themselves to these NFL players, basketball players, you know, and they're drawing. Or boxers even, you know what I mean? They're drawing. So I bet you some of these pay-per-views are that high, if not higher than a lot of boxing cards nowadays, unless it's like a mega fight, you know. And some of these guys are getting paid pennies on the dollar, you know, under $10,000.
Let me ask you a question, because someone came and asked me something the other day, and there's a lot of, input for people that are turning pro or blah blah blah. And some of the questions they asked me is, at what pay rate do you start taking 20%?
Oh, the managers or what?
Yeah, managers. What do you think would be fair?
When you fight at the Palace. Because look, my first fight, because that's where, you know, if you guys don't know, that's where the money's at, man. That's where they actually start paying you.
Locals like that too.
Yeah, you know.
I got about agreement.
So if you're a manager, you know, and if you want to say you get a fighter, you know, start them off somewhere at some shows that pay a little bit less, you know. Well, there's only 2 shows here, you know, so like.
Well, the other one.
The other one, you know. Yeah, you know, they started off a little bit low. My first fight was at Eagle Mountain, you know. I made $250 flat, man. But that was, you know, like 8 years ago. You know, I made more money on sponsorships, you know what I mean? Because I had the pals actually sponsor me just to wear PFC out there. I don't know if it was like a, you know, like a petty kind of thing, but you know, they had me wear Palace stuff out there at their casino, you know. So they gave me like $500, you know, and they did, and then, you know, I fought in Hollywood, and then when your first fight at the Palace, you'll make, you know, X amount of dollars, you know, but it's a little bit higher, and if you keep winning, you keep fighting, it goes up, man, it goes up, and you know, and if you get if you can build a fighter and have a fight, I say the Palace because that's locally here, you know,
best
show.
Because travel, you save money on travel.
Yeah, and And it's a pretty big show, you know. Here, like, there's people, you know, from Hawaii that come to fight here
Yeah.
and stuff, and
All over.
yeah.
And
So, I think when your fighter starts making money, and if you built him there the whole way, you know, I wouldn't see why taking, you know, your certain amount. Of
what, I
percent.
mean, but what, at what? At 1,000? At 1,500? At
If
2,000?
you're making your fighter at least like 2 G's, you know, you can take your 20%.
That's $400.
Yeah. Right.
Someone out there that's listening, remember,
Oh, you
somebody
gotta-
owes me some money.
Yeah, so fighter, you know, you gotta negotiate.
Because you wouldn't be fighting there,
Yeah.
this guy would here, trust me.
Yeah.
But
man,
anyways, no, because I'm not ashamed to say it or afraid to say it, but I mean, my base is, if you're not making at least $1,500, I'm not making nothing.
Exactly. That's what I
Yeah,
said.
I'm
That's what I
not.
said about
Anything
you.
over that, yeah, because it's gonna cover my paperwork, any legal stuff like that, because most managers, when they
get
give you a
sponsored,
contract, it's not notarized. I'm an attorney, I've been one for
You gotta
a lot of years.
Gotta get a notary.
And I can go and bust that in a heartbeat, you know, like that too. So, and then plus, if you look at the commission, most of those guys aren't even qualified to be managers because they don't pay their fee to have money taken out of your check.
Yeah. So. Yeah, man.
Plus, if you go in jail, they're not gonna bail your ass out. I can.
Yeah, I can.
But no, I'm just saying, I'm not just trying to self-promote, but I'm just trying to say because people think, well,
You know, I'm not trying to tell you, yeah, you have a business card, you're all keys in it. Yeah.
no, it's not that. And I do it more because my vision is to get them out of here. Put in that work, have that.
And if you
ethic.
put that amount of effort into them, and they do make it to the higher show, you know, then you're both making
Take
money.
care of
you
them.
know,
Yeah, take care of the people that take care of you.
Say, you know, you
Yeah.
have a fighter and they make it to you, see, make it big. Sure, you know, I'll give you a chunk of change if you got me to where I'm making $20,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Da-da-da-da.
and I mean, it's cool. I would rather them, because basically what I do because this level over here, I put a reserve in there because there's going to be a time where their medicals are going to be renewed. There's a time where they can get cut, and so it's only going to do so much. They need to get a view. I mean, I'm pretty lucky. I'm pretty set, you know, and I don't have to worry about that. But that's what I like to do. You know, I'm not out for it to make money.
No, yeah.
You don't.
You're out there for the
I
game,
mean,
yeah. You've been here forever, so you
Yeah.
know. So yeah,
No,
so speaking.
But that's kind of the message I try to get to, for these guys to fight smart and know, you know.
Smart and healthy, man.
Yeah.
Stay healthy, you know.
You do that
Stay
kind of
healthy,
stuff.
stay good, and you'll be making more money in the future. So yeah, speaking of, again, the palace, the local fights, I said I was getting
Oh,
my next
yeah,
fight on here.
yeah.
So I'm gonna be on the next Sachi card.
Sergio
Yeah.
Quinones.
No, Cortez wants
He called you out again. That would be number 3.
He wants number 3, but I'm actually gonna fight someone that just recently beat him, and this guy had the belt at 55. I'm gonna fight Tony Yamas.
Oh,
Then,
dude, that's
yeah.
a huge
So
fight.
that's good for me, man. He just won the belt, you know. He got hurt when he was gonna defend it, so I don't know what
Yeah.
it is with that. But to me, you know, he never lost. You know, he just, I think he's going down to 45 because he wants to make a stint there. You know.
Yeah.
So they're having me fight him first, and I'm excited for that, man. You know, I respect Yamas. We're both veterans. You know, we both came a long way from our beginning of our
Well, been
careers.
there, yeah.
We're both making some noise right now, so yeah, one of us has to make a little bit more noise, man. And I hate to do early predictions, but I'm gonna go ahead and take myself. But it won't go. It won't go good, dude. It won't
Just
go
be in
distance.
shape, man.
Oh yeah, no, I'll be in shape, man. I passed my Liddell days, you know, my Liddell days. So yeah, I'm excited about that one, man. August 3rd. Thursday, another fight on there that has been released so far. You know, we'll do an official little press release, but it's Joey Cabeza's gonna fight.
Oh, yeah,
Anthony
he's gonna-
Ruiz. So Anthony
Yeah.
Ruiz is retiring, right?
That's right.
And he's gonna fight Joey. So
Joey, man, he's been around for
Joey, Ruiz is a good wrestler, you know, and that is Joey's downfall. But you
I
know,
don't
we've been
even
doing our
think it'll
best
go that
thing.
far.
Yeah, man, Joey hits like a train, man. He just, you know, he upset the guy from Jasper's camp that was on the UFC, the Ultimate Fighter. I can't
Yeah.
think of his name right now.
Well, that show in Bellator.
Yeah, the
That
Bellator
one,
one.
Bellator, that
you know,
knockout.
And he knocked out Little Bear in like 10 seconds, which, you know, that's cool. You know, some other people did it, but some people struggle with Little Bear, so that's a good one. And Chad George is actually making a comeback too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
I know
he's gonna
he's
be
got a
back.
lot of guys up there. with
Well,
him.
your boy mentioned Chase Gibson. That's one of his fighters right
Yeah,
there.
and
then,
he came down here and actually.
Dominic Clark's one of his fighters. You almost beat Dominic Clark for the belt. So.
Well, what's his name? Chase is the one that fought Adam. Remember? He fought Adam.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the last fight. Yeah. Yeah. So that's it's gonna be a good card, man. So far, it seems that it's coming out pretty strong, and Goodman's still putting it together. He always does a good job. You know, this one, I think is gonna be. You know, that last one was it was more newcomers and stuff, and
Yeah, well, a lot of things fell
people.
off.
There's some people I didn't even know who they were, but so far, you know, it seems like there's gonna be a lot of veterans. I don't know a main event yet or anything like that, so I don't know. I just heard of my fight. You know, they offered me. You know, I'm a fighter, man. If you throw a name at me, I'm gonna say yes. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say yes. You know, especially when I got time to get ready. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm excited for that one. August 3rd,
So you already started?
Thursday. Yeah, I started, man. I did a little partying this last weekend at an unknown house. I won't say. You know what I mean?
Parts unknown.
One of the producers, man. You know, he got a little Liddell in him too, man. He's a little crazy guy, and yeah, we did watch the fights, and you know, there's like 8 weeks out now. You know, I like to stop and just, you know. Yeah, I've been in first gear, you know, where you show up to the gym, you're still training and stuff, but then you go to second gear, you know, all right, let's get in shape, and then last few weeks, that's when you go just full force and hit it. And like the guy here was saying earlier, you know, there is a thing that either it's overtraining you don't want to do, you know, overtraining could sometimes harm you just as much as undertraining can, and I've seen people will get burnt out, not just physically, but mentally, man. A few weeks out before they're fighting, they're just like, yeah, they're out of it. You know, you gotta. And I feel I've been fighting long enough that I know how to reach that on fight day. You know, mentally and physically ready. You know, you gotta go. So, yeah, it's gonna be cool, man. So we gotta wrap this up, man. Thank you, Sheila, for coming on, man. Good luck in your future, man. Combates and everything. You know, Tachi Pal's vet, Combates vet. Eagle Mountain veteran, so nothing but bright stuff for you in the future, you know.
Belter veteran too.
Yeah, Belter been a while, see. And I heard the Palace is actually gonna have a lot more women's fight in the future too. I actually heard they might connect with a big women's league, you know, but I don't say that yet, but you know, we might touch on that. We're not gonna touch on that right now until I know for sure, you know, but they're trying to do like a promotion with just women's league.
That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And send them to the UFC, so that would be pretty cool. Pals are doing some big things. So yeah, so MMA Fight Pass, man.
It's good.
Alright, sign off.
Right on.